lately when I played center counter, a lot of strong players have different approach to this. Knight f6 and normal move is d4, but they come up and almost everybody plays the same way. I played too many games, I was getting good positions for black, and now they start giving bishop b5 check, bishop d7, and bishop e2. Now, what's the point of this? What's the point of bishop b5 check? What's the point of bishop d7? Bishop e2. Let me explain what is the point. Normal move d4, knight takes d5, knight f3, we go bishop g4. And a lot more followed by this. So center counter, actually, this is the opening you can play. And I played almost on regular basis, not only together along with Sicilian Accelerated Dragon and a couple of other openings, because I've been around for too long. So after bishop b5 check, bishop d7, bishop e2, what black has to take the pawn. They have to get the pawn back, and now white played d4. Now why delays development knight on g1 of the knight on g1? Because black cannot go bishop g4. Now black has to make a move. Normal move is bishop f5, but they think bishop on f5 does not stand as well as bishop on g4. And it's not really accurate. Let me tell you what they are trying to do. I had some now if we go g6, that's when they're gonna prove. That's another variation of center counter if bishop was on c8. But now bishop on d7 does not stand well, because after knight f3, bishop g7, castle, and castle, c4 may be strong, and after knight b6, knight c3, and you see that bishop on d7 is not placed well. Then later white can go c5 and black cannot go. Well, for example, on knight c6, that's the way it's played, this opening. And now if bishop was on c8, on c5, you could go knight d5. With the bishop on d7, on c5, you cannot go knight d5. But you don't really need to know this, because I'm not recommending g6 continuation at all. So I'm recommending of developing the bishop in this position and going e6 and knight c6. Now on bishop f5, they go knight f3, e6, castle, and knight c6. This is almost standard position. And now, well, white used to play a long time ago, always c4, and black was getting very good position after knight b4 and knight a3, followed by bishop e7. Knight on b4, very well placed, and black will have very good counterplay on d4 pawn, of course, after the castle. So what white does in this position, here, let me tell you what is their improvement. And everybody, almost most of the players play like this against me. In this position, after bishop f5, most of the good players, e6, castle, knight c6, they go a3. And I go bishop e7, now they go c4. That's how they want to get good advantage in the opening. I go knight b6, and now they go knight c3. Well, here is my observation in this position. We should go here bishop to g4. Is this a waste of time? Did we lose a tempo? Yes and no. Yes, because we went bishop f5 and then bishop g4. But no, because the extra tempo that white has is totally insignificant. It's the move a3. So loss of a tempo is not noticeable here. For example, if white goes bishop e3, then we still take on f3, bishop takes f3, and we go to the position. We go in normal variation of the center counter. Knight takes c4, bishop takes c6, b takes c, queen a4, where black has very good position. Queen takes c6, queen d7, queen f3, castle. Later, black is going to play c6, put the knight on d5, and rook on b8. Black has very, very comfortable position. But if white may try to interfere with these ideas, and I had this happen in my game, and well, black has to be a little careful the way they react and what they play here. Now e4 d5, ed knight f6, bishop b5, check, bishop d7, bishop e2, knight takes d5, d4, knight, bishop f5 here. Now after knight f3 e6, castle, knight c6, a3, bishop e7, c4, we go to b6. And here, after knight c3, if we go bishop g4, sometimes black goes d5, white goes d5, and they try to get an advantage here. It's not that simple. What I want to do here, I want to take e takes d, pawn takes, bishop takes f3, bishop takes f3, and knight to e5. Now white has to make a decision. Either they let black play knight takes f3 and castle, or they go d6 here. Now on d6, what I would do here, there are actually here two different ways to play for black. One is knight takes f3, queen takes f3, and pawn takes d6, not the bishop. Pawn takes d6, queen takes b7, and castling. It's approximately equal position. Pawn on d6 may be weak and may be strong also when we put on d4. Or black can play differently in that position. When white plays d6, black can play bishop takes d6, bishop takes b7, rook b8, and now white may go back to e4 with the bishop. Now we castle. Now let's talk about this position. White has two bishops here, two bishop advantage, bishop pair advantage, and is white better here? I don't think so, because black has pieces very well placed. Even though their pawn structure is not that great, black is going to go rook e8 and queen f6. Their pieces are very active, and I think we don't want to go to long discussions and long analysis of it and prove it. So you can play with this position. When I said that black has a very reasonable position, it's based on the games that was played. I had this position more than once, and I got very good positions. What happened later in the game has nothing to do with the evaluation of these positions. I did well, but that does not prove the point. And if I lost, that does not prove any point either. You have to stop in a position that is easy to evaluate. We're going to go queen f6, rook e8, in conjunction with the weakness of the pawn on c4 in case of knight, on b2 in case of knight c4. That gives black very active play, and black is doing okay here. So those are the ideas for black in center counter. I gave you some ideas for white in center counter, some ideas for black in center counter. So those are latest development. I see the always when opening is over and someone got very satisfactory, very good position, it's just normal that the other side tries to improve it. That's why we're gonna see it ongoing, and I hope to keep you updated on any development in a center counter it may happen on in Pirc. So we will keep you posted for with a later development.
Hi, this is Grandmaster Damian Lemos. First of all, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to receive more free chess videos from us, you can just click the subscribe button below. I would also highly recommend signing up for my free mail course, The 10 Grandmaster Secrets to Dominate Chess. During this exclusive course from onlinechesslessons.net, I'll share with you my own Grandmaster shortcuts to effective attacking, defending, and growth hacks to improving your chess without complicated books or memorization. So sign up by clicking the sidebar on the right, and I know you won't be disappointed. Once more, this is Damian for onlinechesslessons.net, and I'll see you in my videos. Thank you.